Good day, Martasha from Montecommon. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. God bless each and every one of you. So let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. Good stuff, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me once again. So we're streaming on multiple platforms. That's what kind of took me a little bit there to get started, getting things set up there. So welcome to tonight's show, everybody. My name is Niall McConnell. I'm the leader of Shield and the Heron, Ireland's fastest growing Christian nationalist movement in the whole island of Ireland. We see you loud and clear. Good stuff, Scotland Scorpio. So make sure you share these videos, all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. So look, let's get straight into it. We've got lots of stuff to cover tonight. What's happened in Ireland? An attempted kidnapping in County Donegal. This new national action plan against racism. All sorts of stuff to cover tonight. So there's so much to cover, right? So let's get straight into it, right? But before we get into tonight's action, we're going to say our Lord's Prayer, Gaelic, so please join me. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Getting mixed up with this little thing here, still getting used to it. This button here. Nanyam Nahar agus Vic agus Spirit Neve, amen. Ar Nahar atar now, go Nifford Danium, go Dagda the Red, go Yanter the Holler and Talib Mar Yanter now. Ar Narn the Hul to doing new, agus my doing our fecta, Mar a Wai might start vectin a fian, ac na election a gahu, ac seer shina oak, amen. Nanyam Nahar agus Vic agus Spirit Neve, amen. Okay, everybody, welcome to tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining me. So we've so much to cover tonight. Where do we start? Shamrock Sean has been with you from day one, brother. You joined me. You were watching about 13 and a half years ago. Is that what you mean? Because that's how long this channel is. That's how old it is. Okay, so let me know in the live chat where you're all from. My name is Niall McConnell. I'm from Castlefin, County Donegal. Great stuff. Just, honour and privilege to be here to bring you the news about what's happened in Ireland. No, I'm just a sheep farmer from Castlefin, but we're doing our best to try and fight for Ireland. Professor Gammon says respect and support from West Wales. Good evening, everyone. This is Reno. Thanks for joining us, Reno. Sean Mack, what about you? Good man. I'm watching. Thank you, Niall. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's just get straight on it. Newcastle upon Tyne, England says Oxford Advocate. Good stuff. Okay, let's get into it. Right. Hello, folks from Drogheda. Good stuff. Okay, let's get into it. What buttons am I pressing here now? That's one here. Okay. So, under the government's National Action Plan Against Racism, the Irish government have changed the definition for racism, such that now, in effect, it means that if a person, group, school, church, business, etc., promote the Irish culture and way of life above other cultures or ways of life, they are committing an act of racism. They've also established an Ireland Against Racism Fund, which they have launched on the 17th of July 2025. Noting that the Irish government believe that this fund is necessary to tackle perceived racism and racial inequality said to exist in Ireland today. So when you put these two things together, the Irish government are using taxpayer money, as me and you that pay our tax, to fund NGOs and community organisations to brainwash people into believing that you and I are racist simply because we love our country above all other countries. So look, let's listen in here to see what this madness is all about.
On the 17th of July 2025, the Minister of State for Migration, Colin Brophy, announced the launch of the Ireland Against Racism Fund for 2025, noting that the Irish government believe that this fund is necessary to tackle perceived racism and racial inequality said to exist in Ireland today. This fund will see up to €1 million being spread out between multiple NGOs and community organisations to tackle so-called racism, which under the government's new National Action Plan Against Racism is defined as domination which manifests through those power dynamics present in structural and institutional arrangements, practices, policies and cultural norms, which have the effect of excluding or discriminating against individuals or groups based on race, colour, descent or national or ethnic origin. It is also worth noting that the Racism Fund states that special consideration may be given to organisations or projects with a particular focus on addressing online racism and discrimination. Now, there was a time not that long ago.
Have you ever seen anything like it? This is like a foreign ideology that's just seeping into Ireland. This is the long walk through the institutions of Ireland. Like, if you're a patriot, if you simply love your country, you love your people, you love your culture, if you're an Irish nationalist, that is racist. You don't have to hate anyone. Just by loving your own country in Ireland, that is now racist. It's unbelievable. This National Action Plan Against Racism. Have you ever heard such nonsense? And the worst thing about it, the Irish taxpayer, me and you, are funding all this nonsense. And of course, you will not see this on the mainstream media like RTE. That's why it's essential that you share these videos with all your friends and family. Let's tell the truth about what's happening in Ireland. This is the destruction of our Irish culture, the annihilation of our Irish heritage. So share it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Share it out everywhere. That's the very least you do. It can cost you nothing, because our Ireland is under attack here. Look, let me know in the live chat, what do you think? Like, what is your thoughts on this National Action Plan Against Racism? Who thought it could get this bad? Yeah, racism against the Irish people. You're absolutely right, Sean Mac. Good point. How did it come to this? Absolutely. The lunatics are in charge, says Stephen. 100%. 100%. God, it's a hard watch, isn't it? It really, really is. Look, any comments, please let me know in the live chat or in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Please let me know. It's a typical Marxist tactic, absolutely. Ned says, just joined. What's going on, Niall? Good stuff. Thanks so much for joining. God bless you. We appreciate your support. Ned, is it? Okay, look, we've got so much to cover tonight. There's articles and videos and stories to cover, right? So let's keep her lit, right? Let's keep her moving. And we'll go to look, any comments, questions you have in the live chat, please let me know, alright? Because we've got lots to cover tonight. Okay, what buttons am I pressing here? This one, hopefully. No, this one here. There we go. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. Let's get our setup here for this. A wee bit of a video here, right? Okay. Breaking. We all knew this day was coming. The huge Clonmel plantation is now open and migrants are moving in. A year ago, this was a green field and home to ancient fairy forts, but now it's purpose-built migration plantation. It's an invasion, that's what it is. Ireland is on a very dark path. Let's have a listen in here. So here we see the migrants being moved into this massive mega iPass centre. You look at the size, just the sheer size of this place. Huge pods. It's like a military barracks, a military camp. Have you ever seen anything like it in all your life? It's just unbelievable. If you can see that footage there, you see the pods. What does that resemble? That resembles, you know, something like you see in World War II. This isn't immigration. This isn't mere policy. This is an invasion. That's why you just need to tell your friends and family about what's happening in Ireland. Tell them to turn off RTE. Tell them to wake up. Because the Irish population right now is probably only 30% Irish. And there's no upper limit to mass immigration, mass invasion. That's what I should call it now. Mass invasion instead of mass immigration, because it's not an immigration policy. It's complete annihilation of the Irish people. And if we keep going down this trajectory, which we will, the Irish will be a minority within 10 years. Combine that with the indigenous Irish low birth rate, 1.1 children per woman, abortion killing 11,000 babies every year, mass emigration, our hardest working youngsters leaving the country. You combine all these things. This is the national suicide. That's what we're committing, national suicide. That's why you need to share these videos out everywhere. Share it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Let's get the message out there. Costs you absolutely nothing to share it. Let's try and raise the alarm, because the alarm needs to be raised here, people. What do you think now? You remember the time that migrant centre was being opposed by the local people, and they just shoved in their lorries, their diggers anyway, and called everybody racist down there in Clonmel. Do you mind that? Yeah, top of the range accommodation for these invaders. Absolutely, John. 100% right. While no, there's 16,000 Irish homeless on the streets of Ireland. They can't get accommodation, but we can put these people in the laps of luxury. Sickening. Look, if you're new to the show, please subscribe, share these videos with all your friends and family. Great to see so many people in the live chat already. Reno, good man, thanks for moderating. Sometimes I hate bringing this bad news to you, but by God, this stuff needs to be covered. You know, there's no point hiding here or pretending this is something that it's not. It is absolutely an invasion here. I really need to remove the word immigration from my vocabulary. It's an invasion. This isn't like some immigration policy. It's an invasion policy. And make no mistake about it, they know exactly what they are doing. I'm trying to get a video set up here, but it's just not pausing for me. So let's get the next article/video ready for you now. Okay. Let's get it ready here now. Okay. Ireland, foreign security guards stop foreign passengers. Just look at the type of people Lewis is employing.
Traveling. You're not traveling today. Just get the bus. You're not allowed to record.
You're going TikTok straight away. You're going TikTok.
You're not allowed to record. Just
Straight
get out
away,
of the
you're going
platform.
TikTok straight away.
Get off the platform.
TikTok. No, but no. You have no evidence about this. No, you have no evidence
Ask
about
you
this.
one more last time out from the platform.
I use. No, you cannot.
Last time
You
out
cannot.
from the
You
platform.
cannot. You are going on Facebook and
Yes.
straight on TikTok.
We don't care.
Yeah,
We don't care.
Hey, you don't care.
I'm
but
gonna be
everybody-
famous. You didn't pay for your
Look, I
fine.
have the ticket. It's here.
Yeah, you pay your
The
ticket.
ticket
now.
is here.
You pay
No,
your
no,
ticket.
I didn't pay it last.
Yes, you paid
This is
last.
my ticket.
I'll
I'm
kick
going
you
to
out
take the
two
board.
times.
I'm going to take
We
the
kick you
board.
out
I'm
two
going to
times.
board.
You
I have
will
the
not
Tell
get
me
the
the
board.
reason. Tell me the reason why I'm refused.
I'm bored.
I
I
got
have
it.
the ticket. Look, I have the
You will
ticket in my
not.
hand.
You will not.
See the hostility and the hatred for white people in this, I don't know, sort of kind of Indian kind of woman, you know. And you'll see this with all sorts of security, whether it be the Lewis, the train stations, Croke Park. We saw the photos recently of the All-Ireland hurling final. You know, the bastion of Irish culture, the All-Ireland finals. And they did a purposeful thing. Every single security guard around the perimeter of the football pitch, the Gaelic football pitch, was all foreign nationals, all brown or black people. A show of strength by the enemies of Ireland. You know what I mean? The GA, I have no time for the corporate GA. It's the Gaelic football game. I do love the Gaelic football game, but I really struggle with it because, you know, the heads of the GA are none but a bunch of sellouts. They've removed the sacred soil of Croke Park, laid down English soil. They've changed the All Ireland badge to a corporate GA logo now instead of an All Ireland. So and this coming Sunday, the men of Donegal and Kerry will play for an all. Well, it's not an All Ireland medal because it's not an All Ireland medal. It's a GA corporate medal. Look, that's why we need to expose what's happening in Ireland. We're being taken over here. The long walk through the institutions are happening now as we speak. So share these videos with all your friends and family. Share it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Let's get the message out there, everybody, right? Aye. Oh, I was going to say here too, look, if anybody's got 2 tickets to the All-Ireland game there this coming Sunday for the Donegal Kerry, just let me know. Go through the website. No one got back to me about any tickets, unfortunately. So let me just bring up the website here, just in case anybody happened to have any tickets here. So if you go any of the links below with the flag fund, click contact, right? If you do have tickets, just send me a message through the website. I'd really appreciate it, alright? They need to be 2 tickets on, not just 1, 2. So but just would be nice to see the Donegal game. Anyway, if you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. Okay, what do you think in the live chat? My fan is in the road there. Any questions in the live chat, please let me know. Hope we get some tickets now. Thanks very much. We'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. Just let me check my email just in case someone did send me some or have some tickets for me. No, unfortunately not. I've just got a text message for someone looking for tickets as well. I think I'm able to get tickets. Unfortunately, I can't. So good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, look. Did you see the protests we were at in Sligo there recently? We brought hundreds of flags. We didn't bring hundreds of banners. We brought a banner in there. We brought about 30 signs, roughly. Off of the protest in Sligo. Now we're going down to the protest too in Waterford. Now I'm personally not going, but we do have members going down there bringing flags. We'll be handing them out all for free. We'll do a broadcast. Waterford's just such a long journey. It's probably 12 hours round trip for me, just too far away. But we will be live streaming it. But if you want to support our work, if you want to help us keep handing out flags for free, you can do so by scrolling down below the video in the description. Chip into our flag fund right now. We handed hundreds of flags at these protests, banners, placards. We do live streams, pre-recorded interviews. All these flags are given out for free. So if you can support our work, we'd really appreciate it. We were in Sligo there recently. We handed out loads of flags. We gave the banner. I think it makes the protest look very, very professional. Optics are very, very important. So if you want to jump into our flag fund, scroll down below the video in the description. We'd really appreciate your support. Or if you want to join as a member, our political movement Shield na HÉireann. That is the beautiful membership box you get there, the membership badge. You will also get in the membership box and the Who We Are booklet describing what we're all about. And the frame proclamation that comes with it as well. All these things come in the membership box. And the Irish tricolour flag and the membership card. All these things come in the membership box. Join as a member now from anywhere in the world. Ireland, UK, Canada, America, Australia. Scroll down below the video, click on the link in the description, join as a member now. Okay. Then go to the live chat to see what everybody is saying. I've got the flag you gave me on the house now. Good stuff. I'm assuming that's did you order a flag or did you become a member? I have the Donegal flag flying. Good stuff, Sean. Good stuff. Okay, what else have we got in store for you now? How many things have I covered? 1, 2. We played that clip already. Let me try and log back in here because there's an article I want to cover here, but it's not letting me. Have to log into Facebook to get it. Hold on, just give me a second there, right? Have a link here somewhere. There's a link here. Hopefully this opens up now. There we go. There we go. If a single ever open up. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Let's go. But too far zoomed in there. That'll do the job there. Alright. I'm just going to tell this man, nope, don't have tickets. Sorry about that. Love from the diaspora, says P. Johnson. Good on yourself. Feel free to join up, support our work. Okay, let's cover this article here now. The story, I suppose. Let me see. Can I pause this and then take it back there? There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Attempt kidnapping described. Local father on Highland Radio explains how his 14-year-old girl was approached by a foreign male in Gartlee, County Donegal area on Tuesday, offering her vapes and asking her to get into the car. She was walking her dogs around 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Her father also describes the male as being brown-skinned with broken English. Let's play this clip here.
Let's go to Shane now, because I referenced this a little earlier on and we carried it on the news yesterday, and it is a suspicious approach of a young person.
Notice the language, suspicious approach. Attempted kidnapping is the real language here, Greg, you should be using.
And as I say, very important to get that information out there. Shane, thanks for joining me. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. How are you?
I'm good, all right. So what happened on Tuesday evening?
Tuesday, my daughter, she's 14, was out walking two dogs. We live in the Gartley area there, and she was walking down a kind of a block down by Ballyrain and back up again. And as she was coming back up from the kind of Gartley area there, before she got to Whitethorn Park, there was a man in a white car slowed down. She had headphones in, and he was kind of stopped. Now, she was walking up the road on the right-hand side footpath, so he was driving, obviously, on the left-hand side of the road, but he put down the driver's window and he started to kind of call to her. And she took out the headphones to see what was going on, and he started to ask her, did she want a vape?
Mm-hmm.
And she said no. And he repeated that, did she want a vape again? And she said no. And then he started to ask her, did she want to get in the car with him? So she repeated, this happened a couple of times, and she was walking two dogs, and the dogs started to get agitated and to bark and to pull on the leads a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And this man drove on. He drove on up the road then, up towards the kind of college to alley, up that direction.
And did she say he was trying to sort of be charming and ingratiate, or was he aggressive, or did it all happen so quick?
No, it wasn't aggressive. No, it wasn't aggressive. It kind of came on her a bit quickly, as right, and said she had the headphones in, but asked him, did he want vapes? And she thought originally he was kind of trying to...
It's called grooming.
Tell her a vape.
Yeah.
She's 14, did she want a vape? And she's like, no. And then she thought it was a bit odd. And then he beckoned her, called her to get into the car with him. And it was at that stage she realised this is not right.
Something serious. So how did she describe him? What do we know about him?
What do we know about him? In broken English. And he was, I don't know what.
He wasn't
Eastern,
Caucasian.
It wasn't Caucasian, no.
Yeah, okay, so
he
had broken
brown-skinned, or however you want to describe it.
Brown-skinned. The father really needs to speak up about it better here. Like, to be fair to Greg Hughes, had he asked him, I'm surprised that Greg Hughes did ask him, like, what the person looked like, or can you describe the character? The first thing I was saying was a foreign national approached my daughter, tried to groom her, tried to kidnap her, get her into the car. That's the real story here. Come on here. What is going on in my county Donegal? Letterkenny is like a no-go zone now. Young girls, like, no harm to her. She should be told you can't be going around walking the streets with headphones on. It's dangerous. Letterkenny is a dangerous town now. There was a young girl there, she was badly raped in Lower Main Street, Letterkenny. Was it the start of the year? Was it? Or no, was it not? Sorry, it was the end of last year it happened. A student, a nursing student. And she was beaten so badly that her parents couldn't even identify her. So this is our modern, liberal, progressive Ireland now. Our children can't even walk the streets anymore, can't even walk the dogs. That's why you need to share these videos with all your friends and family. Let's reach a large audience. Share it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp. Let's get the message out there. Share it everywhere, all right? What do you think in the live chat? What do you think of the story? Am I exaggerating there with the father? Do you think this was grooming? Wasn't it grooming? You know, you tell me in the live chat what you think. Just going through the live chat here now, sorry. Yeah, you're right there, Sean. Absolutely. Okay, what else have we got here for you now? Okay. Look, let's move on because I have more stuff to cover here, right? Another disturbing story from a young lady in Ireland. This is like a common occurrence now, isn't it? Okay. Irish woman is afraid to exit her car and go to work because groups of strange foreign men hanging around outside. This is no way for anyone to live, but it's the reality in Ireland.
I'm currently sitting in my car and I'm waiting to get out. This has happened to me probably about 3 times in the last 2 weeks, where I've pulled up outside where I work, and there's a group of males lurking around, and I really don't feel like I want to get out of the car. And now, because it's my 3rd time, I think they kind of like, maybe like they know that they've seen me here before, so I feel like the stares are on me. I feel like, you know, when you know somebody's like staring at you, and I just really don't want to get out of the car. Like, obviously I don't speak their language, so, you know, I can hear them all speaking at each other. I have no idea what they're saying. It could be normal, how are you kind of stuff as well, but it's very, very intimidating. They're not really dressed great. Like, they're dressed kind of like, you know, hoods up and stuff like that, a little bit like kind of intimidating. So I just don't really feel comfortable getting out of the car, and they don't look like they're up to any good, to be honest. And I'm not judging at all, but they're very, very loud. I don't know if you can hear them here in the background, but they're quite loud, and just, yeah, I'm not getting out of the car, and I'm going to be late.
So there you go. Our Irish women can't even get out of their cars to go to work without foreign men intimidating. Look, we really need to get a backbone here. She said they can't speak their language, they're looking intimidating, they have hoods are these the engineers and doctors we're always promised by this mass invasion policy that the Irish government has foisted upon the Irish people? And why is all these migrants, these invaders coming into Ireland, why are they all, you know, young military aged men, you know, fleeing war without their wives and children? Really? We just played you footage there of the massive migrant centre in Clonmel. Looks like an army barracks. So our women are no longer safe. Our children are no longer safe. Like, I'm playing articles like this here, videos like this of young women who can't walk the streets. A video I played before this was a young girl walking her dog in Letterkenny, Gardley, and she was, some Middle Easterner was trying to groom her, bring her into the car, give her vapes. So look after your children. Our women are no longer safe. Our children are no longer safe. Try and wake up these Irish people, because our heads are in the sand at the minute. Share these videos on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, etc. Let's get the message out there. Cost you nothing. Share these videos with all your friends and family, people. What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, what's your opinion on all this? What do you think of what she said there? What do you think of the video? Oh, hold on a minute here. I've got a dog roaring and shouting here. Hold on. I had to tell the dogs there to be quiet. Back again now. Hopefully they listen. Yes. Okay. Okay, we have another article here for you, right? There's a second one here. zoom in a wee bit, right? Okay, that's about right there. Okay. This button here, there we go. Let me zoom in a wee bit. Actually, it's a bit cropped there now. Is that? Why is this so? Let me see here. This is what. Let me zoom in a wee bit more. There we go. I see a bit better now. That's the job. Okay. Roma Gypsy jailed for 8 years over organised prostitution in Dublin. A 32-year-old man who organised. Sorry, let me read that again. A 32-year-old man who organised prostitution, operated brothels, and laundered hundreds of thousands of euros in 3 years has been sentenced to 8 years in prison. Stelian Kushu from Brookdale Walk, Swords in Dublin rented properties from unsuspecting landlords and offering them to escorts, charging them €1,000 a week. He pleaded guilty to 20 charges, including enhancing the ability of a criminal organisation, organising prostitution, brothel keeping, using false instruments, and money laundering. The offences took place in various locations between January, blah, blah, blah. Serku and a woman, an escort who would pose as his partner, rented the properties. He provided fake documents, including fake Romanian identity documents and fake employer references. He used a WhatsApp group with 450 members to advertise the properties to escorts and was heavily engaged in the day-to-day upkeep of the premises. So there we go. This is our modern progressive liberal Ireland. We've got Roma gypsies running 8 brothels in Dublin. Hey? But at least he's doing some time, but he'll probably be out in 3 or 4 years. You know? That's why we need to control immigration. That's why we need to leave the European Union. Because, look, people say, oh, I don't mind if you come here legally. No, I don't mind migrants to come here legally. Well, he was here legally. He came from Romania as a part of the European Union. And if you're a member of the European Union, which Ireland and Romania are, you have free movement of travel, meaning he can live in Ireland, no problem at all, breaking no laws, absolutely nothing. He can claim social welfare, benefits, medical card, all that he can avail from. So no, I utterly oppose all immigration. I oppose this invasion, legal or illegal, into Ireland. All immigration must stop. We must complete an audit to see who's here and complete mass deportations. That's why you need to share these videos with all your friends and family. Share them on your WhatsApp groups, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Let's get the message out there, everybody. Share these videos everywhere. What do you think of this story? Have you seen it already? Yep, Roma are not Romanians 100%. They are not ethnically European. They are Indian. There you go. You are correct with that statement you made. Yeah, how many legal immigrants does Ireland need? Absolutely. Good point. Let me see here now. Okay, we have another story here for you, right? Okay, so this is an interesting story here. A Roma guy lost his job seeker's payment receipt. This is where your hard-earned taxes go to. So here you see a receipt. I think he got into an argument with a taxi driver. He dropped this on the ground. Look at this here. €756 for 1 week. That's a Roma gypsy there. And again, Roma gypsies are not ethnically European. They are Indian. So, like, while you're out working hard, putting the food on the table for your family, paying huge amounts of tax, and you're probably coming home with less than that. So if you come home net €756 after taxes, you are doing very well. You know, my county, Donegal, is the most impoverished county in the whole island of Ireland. But while you're out working there, your taxes are going to these Roma gypsies who have never done a thing for Ireland. You know, they come in here, you know what I mean? I don't need to say any more. Makes me very, very angry. You know, while we have 16,000 Irish homeless on the streets, we're paying out this here to Romas, social welfare payments. And we just happened to find this by chance. He happened to drop this. You know what I mean? This is every week you're paying for this, the Irish taxpayer. It'd make you absolutely disgusting. So if you're incensed by this like I am, share these videos on your WhatsApp groups, your Facebook groups. Share them on your Instagrams, TikToks, Twitters. Let's get the message out there. Share these videos everywhere, everybody, right? It is a hard watch. Sometimes I agree. Indian descent, absolutely. Okay. So look, we'll be going to Waterford this coming Saturday to be handing out flags. There's a big protest in Waterford this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. Waterford Town. So make sure you get out there. At Waterford Town this coming Saturday 2 p.m. So look, if you want to support our work, you can do so. We'll be handing out flags. If you saw all our protests over the last number of months, we can go to all the protests. RD, Carrickmacross, Castleblaney, Bundorn, Sligo, Roscommon. No, we're going to all the protests all over Ireland, trying to help them the best they can for really good optics, because it is really important, and you can get results like we had in Roscommon there recently. We got the iPass Centre stopped. So if you want to support our work, that's the wrong button there. What's button? That one there. So if you want to support our work, chip into our flag fund, help us put thousands of Irish nationalist flags onto the streets of Ireland. You can donate from anywhere in the world: Ireland, UK, Canada, America, Australia. They're here. That was us there in RD handing out flags. This is us in Dublin. That's our signs. We have banners, signs, placards, flags, all given out for free. So a simple €10 donation will put 3 flags into the hands of Irish nationals. A very generous donation of 100 flags will put 35 flags into the hands of Irish nationals. So scroll down below the video, click the link in the description, chip into our flag fund now, help us continue, attend all these protests, and hand out flags for free. Or why not join our political movement, Shield na HÉireann? My name is Niall McConnell, the leader of Shield na HÉireann, Ireland's fastest growing Christian nationalist party. You can join from anywhere in the world. This is the membership pack you will get here, the membership badge, the Who We Are booklet about what we're all about. The Frame Proclamation also comes in the membership box, and the Irish tricolour flag as well, and the membership badge. These are all the things that you get as a member. Join from anywhere in the world, and by joining, you're supporting our work. Okay, everybody, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share these videos with all your friends and family. We will be live again probably Sunday after the Tyrconnell Donegal game against Kerry. Hopefully Donegal wins. And if you do happen to have 2 tickets to the Donegal game, please contact me through the website. I need 2 tickets if you can, right? So that's great, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless us all. Aaron go bra.